What's up? We're here. And we're gaming. Not really. And we're gaming. Whoa. Really. And we're not gaming at all. We're drawing. And we're loving it. Maybe getting a longer stream in this time. We shall see. We are listening to Mega Man music. That much is true. Sega Genesis remixes of Mega Man music, no less. Okay. Where were we? Ugh. Ugh, inking. Shout outs to my boy Legend of Renegade. Truly one of my OG boys on the internet. He let me use one of his Sega Genesis remixes for the end credits on the Game Grumps animation that I did. I messaged him and I was like, "Hey, would you mind if I did this?" And he gave me an enthusiastic yes, which we love. I just love the Genesis sound chip. I don't love the Genesis as a console necessarily. The sound chip goes hard as fuck, and ain't no one can tell me otherwise. I'll tell you that right now. I really do want to finish this tonight. Just need to post this shit. We gotta do more drawings, man. It's going hard on playing games. Try to get to Castlevania on time. For the Chronology Collection and the Halloween holiday. But I didn't even do it. Played Castlevania anyway, beat it anyway. So now I'm trying to split the streams, drawing, and gaming. Though it is kind of funny that I get more action on the gaming streams in general. Well, that's not necessarily true. Last night was just cut short. Because the GF came over earlier than I thought she was going to. Which is good, and we love that. But it does cut the stream short. There's no denying that. I'm not going to worry just yet about line weight. Still kind of trying to figure out what I was intending for this helmet. I don't really know how it's reading. It's making any sense at all. To me, it's kind of not. The danger of sketchy lines. I think this is more implied than anything else. This sort of ridge here. Ridge racer. We will see. This line is no good. It's funny that after a few beers, I can tell that this line is ridiculously crooked, and last night I was dead fucking sober. I thought it looked good. What the hell's up with that, huh? I like the sweatshirt, but I feel like it's like doesn't sit on me in a flattering way. It makes me look really, my trunk look really long. My gut look huge. Which maybe is just the reality of the situation anymore. Nintendo World Cup music. I'm also not really sure. I think this line needs to come up a little bit. But once again, this is the danger of not really knowing what my lines were inferring. Just sort of drawing lines ambiguously. And being like, that looks pretty good. I wonder who the most popular visual artist on Twitch is. I actually haven't looked into this really at all. I'm trying to think of ones I even know. That I'm willing to admit that I know. There was that one Daphne woman, right? She was like a Reddit favorite. For reasons that I don't really remember. I think she kind of gave, like, classically Reddit opinions, which is why I loved her so much, and she was, like, a good-looking woman who could draw. It's like a formula for Reddit success, for sure. I always called her the, jokingly but lovingly, the hentai artist, I'm pretty sure. Even though she didn't really draw that horny. The other one I know is Saruye or whatever, Saruye. French woman who's now a VTuber. She's pretty popular, right? She's got a lot of followers on Twitter. It's interesting to see that evolution. Cause she's like a pretty good looking woman. It's funny that she went like VTuber mode. She's already good looking. It seems like you go VTuber mode if you're like maybe not the best looking person. But she was already good looking. I don't know, it's weird. She was also kind of Reddit popular because she had kind of Reddit-y opinions. Reddit-friendly opinions for sure. Sort of trend towards a little more conservative. But she was drawing very lewd stuff, and Twitch was like not a fan. Well, not very lewd, but lewdish. Horny. Definitely horny stuff. I'm not against horny drawing. If you know me, you know that I'm not against it. I kind of just hate when people like... What's the right way to phrase this? They like try to justify it as not being horny. They're like, it's fucking art, bro. Drawing porn, which by definition is not art. A lot of horny stuff. If we can just square that, and you just admit that, then we're cool, you know? Draw your horny shit, bro. But don't try to like get high and mighty about it. This is fucking art, and I'm morally correct for like. You don't need all that. Just be like, yep. Ironically, perhaps, because he's kind of really dumb, or they. Actually, I'm not sure what pronouns this person uses anymore, but Spaz Kid said it correctly when they said, I'm not horny, I'm not insensitive, I'm just horny. That's all I need, bro. That's all I need. That was telling the honest truth. It's a similar vibe. It's like when I put on the mask and do the alter ego, draw horny drawings, post them under a different name. I'm not gonna join the brigade and be like, oh, this is art. It needs to be defended as such. No. It's just horny, man. Just fun to draw. Just keep it at that. You know? Don't gotta get high and mighty about it. That's how I feel. But once again, shoutouts to my boy, Legend of Renegade, for making Sega Genesis mixes of all these Mega Man tunes. I might go... I think in order to be Toriyama mode, I'm gonna have to go sicko mode on these lenses. Which maybe we'll do in a second. This is Mega Man 10, right? Oh, this is 9. Wily's Fortress 1. You gotta know that, bro. You call yourself a Mega Man music fan, you don't know that shit? Pathetic. I don't really know where the best place to stream art is. I think it's on YouTube. But I'm not really trying to split my already incredibly meager audience. So, streaming halftime on YouTube and halftime on Twitch seems like a really bad idea. I think... I guess I'm already doing that. I think this will be another... Ooh. A little Delta Rune? I haven't played this game. Yet still. Toby Fox really is pretty goated on the video game music. And I'm not breaking any new ground by saying that, but... Dude knows what he's doing in that regard, no matter what. No matter what you say. Does kind of seem like art streams don't really take off, though. I guess there's not that many people trying to be good at art, so you don't watch somebody who might be better than you, or you're not like trying to learn. Maybe like so many people play games. It's a little easier to relate watching a game that you play, being able to conceive of how good they are at it. Not that I'm saying that's what's happening on any given art stream, but it can be nice to watch art streams of people who are really, really good, because you can, you know, see their process, which is actually hugely important for learning yourself. I don't know what happened here. See, my lines are too fucking sketchy, dude. Where comparatively fewer people make art or draw or what, I don't even know if you want to call it making art necessarily, but yeah, this like doesn't make a lot of sense because I didn't look very closely at what one of these helmets look like. For some reason I didn't even grab it off of Google Images to my pure ref file. It's foolish. Kind of want to get to the end of my video game music playlist tonight. I might draw some horny Mario characters. It's just out of curiosity to see if it grabs any random viewers from the art streaming world. Not just yet, though. Finish this first. I don't know what I'm gonna draw next. Sort of had the idea I would follow the chronology collection. Draw stuff from games I had just beaten. That's a horrible tangent. Holy shit. Happening on both sides. Should really just be looking at reference. Oops, I hope Alex is not watching me right now. There's no reference to be had, and that's why lines are just showing up randomly. Zero reference being used at this present. Oh my god, another crazy tangent. Way cool. Yeah, this is why I was avoiding working on this helmet. I need to just get the reference and use it. Being insanely stubborn for no reason. Motocross helmets in the history too. It's one for the history books, folks. Fucking pathetic I wasn't using it before. What? What? Since when can you not just view image? What is this? Has this changed since the last time I used Google Images? No, that's just a unique case apparently. Little animation that goes with this Genesis remix. It's very funny looking. Where was the actual reference I was using? Where the fuck did it go, huh? This doesn't really matter. Is this it? No. Alright, I can't find it exactly, but what I've got will do. I had kind of this great. Oh, it looked kind of like that. Do wish I had the right angle of that, though. Can't see what I'm looking at. Alright, we'll just use this for now. This will work. This will work just fine. It'll certainly work better than literally nothing, which is what I was using before. Okay. Now, we've got reference, folks. Should be vaguely helpful. You know what? It is. Because we're just going to get rid of random lines that make no sense, that you put on there for no reason. Motocross helmets have kind of like a lightning cut thing going on. I don't know what else to call it. Vents or something. You call them lightning cuts on a gun receiver. They're also one piece. So You could do something, oops, do something like this. Do like a, I don't want to get too detailed with it though. But they do have like lightning cuts like this, cut into the side of the helmet, kinda. It's kind of what these were symbolizing. Well, maybe just get there when we get there. Excuse me. Kind of simplifying a lot of these shapes. This is off center now, though. As is that. Shoutouts to flipping your canvas. You can tell when something's off center. Oops. That'll work. I should have maybe just used a thicker inking pen. Because it's going to look vastly different when I turn off the underlayer. Because the line weights are so different. One of the goggle lenses is way bigger than the other too. Ugh, what a pain to change. And that affects this as well. Question is, do I make one bigger or one smaller? I think I make one smaller. I think I use the power of digital art here. And then if we change the anchor point, might be able to get away with not fucking it up too badly. Come in on this side a bit. Shoutouts to digital art, man. Gonna have to fucking redraw all that shit. Just wiggle it around a little bit. Change the size. I don't know what my plan is for these, like, quote-unquote lightning cuts. Because again, motocross helmets are like one piece, and I was kind of drawing it in two pieces. But let's finish the rest of the line work, and we can work on that kind of stuff. Also, again, don't want to put too many crotch wrinkles, because then you're putting way too much emphasis on the crotch. I gotta stop humming along. I have been watching, well, not recently, but in the past, I had been watching Unnamed Art Stream, and I'd watch the VODs, but I'd watch them at 1.5 times speed, so his humming along to all of his music was insanely annoying. More annoying than if it wasn't. I don't know. Just more annoying than you'd think it would be. More annoying at 1.5 times speed, weirdly enough. You wouldn't think it'd be any more annoying, but it was. It was way more annoying. So every time you tremolo, it sounds horrible at 1.5 times speed. I think this would actually be like that. I'm glad I have the navigator up, like so you can see the full, well, so we can all see the full piece, because I have a tendency, oh shit. I have a tendency to get really lost in these tiny details for longer than I should. Because then when I look up and see what I'm like agonizing over, it's like, huh? Don't even see that in the grand scheme. You might see it, but you gotta be looking. And now is not the time to be agonizing over these really tiny line work quibbles, we could call them. Just get the lines down, you know? Clean that shit up later. This ain't traditional. They don't have to be perfect lines right now. I can go back and change that shit. I just changed his fucking lenses with the transform tool. My GTA 4 music was playing. Again, this shit is so annoying to try to ink. 'Cause what am I looking at? I got too vague with the sketch. It's impossible to ink adequately. Too vague. Sketch too vague. But quibble too hard on a tiny ass thing. Let's check out some Akira Toriyama bikes. They got a lot of detail, folks. Oh, man. Don't know that we're finishing this tonight. Just based on the level of detail that I aspire to have, it's not looking good. Got both GTA 4 theme songs in a row. Actually don't know which is which. This one is the better one though, I think. Spooky. I don't know. They're both pretty good. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Yo, my bass line. I do think it was really funny. Not like haha funny necessarily. Let's go draw. Hey, it's Burger Man. What's up? Let's say I thought it was really cute. Kind of sounds like Linkin Park. yeah, I could. Yeah, actually, I had never thought about that. The GTA 4 theme song. I like the synth in the GTA 4 theme song. It's good. I used to play this theme song every time I came back from my college and I was driving over the bridge on I-5 back into Portland, usually at night. I'd always put the song on. Like, back to my city, bro. My city, I run the city. Anyway, I thought it was kind of cute that people like discovered that like, oh, working conditions at Rockstar are really bad. It's like, no shit. It's like a huge institution. I got bad news for you about like every company ever. They're all fucking bad to work for, man. The bigger and more successful they are, the more brutal they are usually. Where was your college? It was in Eugene, Oregon. So not far. 123 miles south of Portland. So didn't get very far. Geographically speaking. It was fun though. The name of a city after a dorky name, it's true. Eugene from fucking Hey Arnold. No offense to any Eugenes out there. We respect any and all Eugenes, except for that they have a dorky fucking name. And it's true, they do. He was the kid that was always getting hurt in Hey Arnold. I'm okay. I had like, growing up we had our own version of Eugene. This kid named Eric who would always get hurt. And we'd always have to be like, bro, you okay? But eventually we stopped asking him that because it was fucking annoying. He was fucking annoying. I saw him at my high school reunion actually. And he was like telling me about all the drugs he had done. I was like, cool, man. Good for you. And then I remember him specifically being like, damn, I never thought I'd be cooler than you. I was like, you're not. You're... Anyone who was cooler than me would never have to say that, man. That's lame guy shit to say. You're a dork. And you were a dork and you still are. And it was true. Bitch ass dork. Unlike me, drawing Nintendo character, listening to Nintendo music, not dork. Cool. That's cool shit to do. Where'd you go to college, Burgerman? Or Gorman? I'm drawing these vague. I gotta be more specific with my sketches. Because now look, there's no guideline here. What do I do? I'm lost. It's basically sketching again. Didn't dare teach drugs that are not cool. Exactly. I went thrift shopping the other day with my girlfriend. And I got a couple of things. I've worn the sweatshirt on stream. Just a cool red sweatshirt, I thought. They had a Dare jacket that was pretty sweet. But it was like 120 bucks. Everything else was like 40. They knew what they had. Marked that shit up. It's retro cool now. Hey, drugs can certainly be cool, but it's like how you do them that makes it cool. To college in South India. They speak a different language there. It's like an American going to Quebec to study. Oh, interesting. Or Quebec, excuse me. That makes sense. Yeah, you were talking about how many languages are in, like, does India have multiple official languages? Because I know we were just talking about this, and I should remember it. 1 billion, I guess. Hell yeah. 40 official? Damn, that's fucking crazy. It is a fucking huge country. Literally a subcontinent, so. That makes a lot of sense. It's actually insanely dumb that... Actually, wait. The US doesn't actually have an official language. I always forget that. I was gonna say it's dumb that it's English and not also Spanish. But it's not actually either one. It has no official language. Imagine that every US state spoke another language. Yeah, that'd be fucking insane. That'd be fucking cool, honestly. It bothers me how, I don't know. America's such like a monoculture for the most part. Like certain large cities have their own cultures, kind of. Obviously, they don't have their own languages. You got some dialects here and there, but if you go outside of those major cities, it's just monoculture. Like any suburban area, and then also like rural area in America becomes just the exact same shit. It's very weird and lame. Whereas I feel like if you start like many other countries, if you get outside of their urban areas, there's like tons of crazy cultures and languages, like you're saying. I mean, there was that in America with Native Americans. I don't know. Nobody really knows what happened to them, though. It's all good. They're all still fine and doing great. Oh, nice. Hell yeah. Saw Killers of the Flower Moon. Yeah, which they show the Americans were absolutely not fine. I did not know what that was like a central theme of that movie, but I'm even more intrigued than I was. I love me some Marty Scorsese. Mr. Scorsese, as I call him, extra formally. We love Martin Scorsese around here. My man is goated. I watched Taxi Driver fairly recently, in the last year. Excellent flick. I do really want to see that movie though. Watch and see it. Ooh, Bayonetta music. Moon River. I wouldn't say it's his best for sure, but it's good. That's all I really need. What would you say is his best, actually, out of curiosity? No judgment, but I am quite curious. I'm not sure what I would say is his best either. I have to look at the list. I gotta look at the list again. I haven't seen them all either. I'm horrible at movies, as we've discussed. Off to see the world. It's Bayonetta 2. Still haven't played Bayo 3. I would like to. I got pretty hyped for the trailer and shit. Goodfellas? Goodfellas is really good. It's true. It's hard to argue. Casino's very good too, though. Yeah, it's got to be Goodfellas. You're right. Let me look at a list really quick, but I think you're correct. Wolf of Wall Street, pretty good. Wolf of Wall Street, pretty good. Marty Scorsese. Oh, I love a young Marty. I like that he cameos in Taxi Driver. I've never seen Raging Bull. Goodfellas, yeah. It's gotta be Goodfellas. I forgot he did Shutter Island. Irishman's pretty good. Yeah. Wait. Is Wolf of Wall Street? Yeah, it is. Wolf of Wall Street is by him, yes. Then that and Shutter Island? Okay, interesting. I should see Shutter Island. Hell yeah. Yeah. Wolf of Wall Street, quite good. That one's... I don't know. He's really good at criticizing American society without it being, like, really in your face. Like, Wolf of Wall Street and Goodfellas both work on a level where it's just, like, just pure entertainment that works really well, but it also works as, like, a really good critique of American society, and if I may use the C word, capitalism in general. without being really over, like, hitting you over the head with it, which is really good. Like, Wolf of Wall Street works even if you're a dumb guy that's like, yo, this movie's about cool guys who party. And not about sort of like the financialization of the economy and America, like, you know, I don't know, all this other shit. It works on it works on both of those levels. I'm not really like a film guy, but even I can see this. Which I think is neat. Would love to be a film guy. But I don't have I don't have a very big frame of reference. Which, if you're going to be a critic of something, I think at the very least you need a fairly large frame of reference, you know? Because if you're a blind guy, you just got your sight back, or you just got your sight, the first movie you saw would be the greatest thing you've ever seen in your life. It's even a druggy movie. True. True. But the more movies you watch, suddenly the first movie you ever saw, which was Romeo and Juliet, it's going to seem less good because you've seen other stuff. You have a bigger frame of reference. So I think about that sometimes. But then some people have a big frame of reference and they still aren't very good as critics. So what are you going to do? It takes a little bit more than just frame of reference, but it helps. And in that regard, my frame of reference is really tiny. Lion King was my first movie, still holds up, true. Unless you're talking about the live action version. It'd be really funny to be a 30-year-old man and your first movie was a live action Lion King. I know you meant the original 94 animated film, which is a great movie. I must agree. But it'd be fucking hilarious if somehow your first movie was the live action version. And I must use air quotes because that's just an animated movie as well. It's just looks shittier and it's CG. Speaking of frame reference, have you seen Tropic Thunder? I have. I saw that movie in theaters actually. I remember thinking it was quite funny then, but I think I'd like it even more now because I might actually get the satire a little bit better. Seems like one of those movies that works on multiple levels, you know? Also, speaking of frame of reference, I didn't really know who Robert Downey Jr. was, so I didn't even realize he was in blackface that whole movie. Oh shit, Goldeneye. It's like the Simple Jack scene, the tourist I'd only seen that movie, which was crappy and thought it was good. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's what I mean. If you have no frame of reference, you think Simple Jack's the greatest movie you've ever seen. Moving, brilliant. But you never go full R word. I'm not gonna say it on Twitch. Even though, you know, small stream. But why risk it? Also, people don't like that word no more, which is fine. Not the hill I'm gonna die on. I'll tell you that much. Just gonna listen to my freaking James Bond themes. My elevator music. Wait, no, this is Control from GoldenEye. Beep, 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 beep. Simple Jack. It's so funny. I need to rewatch that movie. I remember getting juked really hard by the the fake like ads they had at the beginning. Because back when I saw that movie, ads were still part of the theater experience. So I thought I was watching legit ads. And I was cracking up. I was like, what the fuck is this? It's funny that that's the most memorable scene to me. I'm sure it's not actually. But when that movie came out, when did that movie come out? Like 2005? We were in middle school or some shit. Oh, wait, 2005? I think it came out earlier than 2005. I'm pretty sure I was in 8th grade when that movie came out, which would be 04? Don't do the math. Saw it on DVD, so I had no idea there were ads. Oh, yeah. I gotta say, yeah, that scene hits better in theaters when there were still ads. Oh, wait. Was it really 08? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. How could I have gotten into a rated R movie if I was in 8th grade? Valid point. Although I did see Team America World Police, which was rated R because our friend's dad took us in, and he was dying. He was just this man from Argentina who thought it was the funniest shit ever. Which in hindsight, well then, as now, pretty funny. Just this boomer Argentinian man who thought Team America World Police was like the funniest shit of all time. I remember looking at his dad. Wait till he realized what South Park is. Yeah. I remember looking at his dad during the puppet sex scene, and he was like in tears. He could not stop laughing, which is funny because he was a very zipped up, kind of like, played it real close to the chest, divorced dad from Argentina. I had never seen him smile, and it was fucking hilarious to see him crying with laughter at that scene. This is a nice Mario medley. Listened to it probably 1 million times. I account for 1/6 of the views on this video. However many this shit has. Sorry, 1/14th. This video has 14 million views. That's fucking insane. It does deserve it, though. My dad loves South Park, too. I don't know if he does still anymore. He probably does. I don't know. I haven't watched South Park in ages. They still do new seasons, right? Kind of lost interest. Although I did really like that one little like mini documentary they did about called 7 Days to Air or whatever. I have to put the like their like little documentary about making an episode. Thought that was really cool. Oh, doing specials instead of seasons. That's interesting. That makes sense. To sort of wind down. Wind the whole ordeal down. Things can only last so long. I actually saw Book of Mormon many years ago. In Eugene, actually. It's not sustainable to do an entire show in 5 days? Yeah. It's fucking crazy. I mean, just the episode they show during that documentary, they're like sleeping under their desks and shit. It's not great. It's funny because when that aired, I remember thinking like, oh man, this is like dedication, what it takes to make a really great show or whatever. But that's just like not a great work environment. You don't want to have to do that for your work, man. I don't think that's worth it. But it does seem like... I mean... It does seem like you kind of have to do that to make something good. Not that... Again, I don't want to give too much credit to South Park, but they're, you know, they're pretty legendary, to be fair. But like, that's the same with like anime too. Have you ever seen those YouTube documentaries about Studio Trigger, for example? A lot of similar shit's going on there, like animators like sleeping at their desks and like dudes just staying 12, 14 hours working on this shit. It's so brutal. It's just a lot. I don't know. It sucks that you have to do all that to make something great. I've seen that for Miyazaki. Oh yeah, there was a Studio Ghibli documentary too. I watched it many years ago, but I actually don't remember anything about it. I remember really liking it. It's called like, what is it called? Kingdom of Dreams and Magic or some shit like that. But yeah, I mean, Japan really struggles with like good labor conditions in general, as we all know. I would actually be really interested to read the sort of like labor struggle history in Japan. Why the work culture is the way it is. Where are their unions, bro? Is there like a Japanese version of machismo? Because I feel like they have that around their work. They love to be working. Nippon. My Nippon work conditions. What's the labor struggle like over in Japan? Why don't they have unions, man? I don't know about the side effect of their culture, which is a hikimori. Yeah, that's the... Is that the, like, the people who are just, like, work shut-ins? Or those people who, like, work themselves to death? Can't remember which is which. All I remember is Nippon! It's got 2 P's, by the way, Alex. You dumb bitch. Those who don't leave the house at work? Yeah, that's right. What's the best Mario song, and why is it the Gusty Garden Galaxy? Begin your essays now. Because they're tired of the pressure? Yeah, yeah. Indeed. Who the fuck cares how it's spelled in English? Wow. All I know is that you spell it like this in Japanese. Hit. Banned. Instantly banned. Ah. Yeah, wait. That's Nihongo. That's Japanese. It's the Yoshi's Island intro song and that's it. Oh, interesting vibe. Actually, that's how you found me, isn't it, Burger Man? Me and my buddy Mac were playing fucking Yoshi's Island. Okay, what's the best video game song of all time and why is it Zohar's rendition of The Corridors of Time from Chrono Trigger? Or begin your essays now. I'm gonna learn how to play piano just to play Zohar's composition of this song. And I'm turning it up. I played Chrono Trigger when I was like 20 or 21. So again, not a ton of nostalgia, and it was one of the greatest experiences of my entire life. Especially getting to this part of the game. When you first show up in Zeal, and this song plays, oh my god, it's so heat. You're like walking through, you like go into the past. This is at 1200, wait, no, this is the future, right? 12,000 AD. And like the planet's been basically reduced to rubble and everyone on the surface is like a fucking ape who can't even speak English. And then you find like, you go through all these caves and then you find a, well, not English, but can't even speak language. And then you go through these caves and find this teleporter. And you go up to Zeal where it's like this like, just like class of like elite learned scholars who know magic and shit. You open all these books that have all these just like fire and ice in them. It's fucking sweet. And then it's also kind of like a social commentary. Fucking goes hard as fuck. There it is, Alex. Nippon. I can still kind of read hiragana and katakana. If I kind of already know what it says, I can kind of read it. That sounds stupid, but it makes sense if you think about it. This dude deleted his channel, but fortunately some beautiful soul saved all of his videos before, so we still have Zohar's renditions of random Chrono Trigger songs. Some people speculate that he was actually one of the composers on the game, and that's why his compositions are so fucking incredible. That makes sense? Yeah. See, Alex knows what I'm talking about. You've been practicing Japanese, right? Like, I couldn't write katakana or hiragana, but like, if I see it and I'm like, okay, I know what they're trying to say, I'm gonna remember the phonetics. Gotta go to work. Smell you later. Have a good weekend. You as well. Thank you for showing up, my burger man. Good chatting. Oh my god, we're back to Bloodborne. Played this yesterday for the intro music. Spooky. I gotta stop saying spooky time. Everyone always be saying that. Sick of that. Played Bloodborne last year again. Still goes hard as fuck, obviously. It's hard not to pick Bloodborne as a favorite FromSoft game, even though I think Dark Souls is barely takes the cake for me. Dark Souls 1. Bloodborne's aesthetic is just the best of any game. I don't know what it is. It's so well realized. It's my favorite aesthetic of any game, Bloodborne. And I don't really like horror, so that's saying a lot. It's just, I've never seen a game, it's hard to describe, but the most well realized aesthetic. If you ask me what that really means, drill down what that means, I could not tell you. It's more of a vibe. And you know it if you played it. It's something that makes sense to you if you've played it, otherwise it won't make sense. Never really gonna learn how to write it, but I'll learn the kanji. Yeah, fair enough. You gotta learn the kanji to read this shit. See, Alex gets it. Alex always gets it. I play like 20 minutes, yeah. I'm not gonna say that's all you need, but that is kind of all you need to get what I'm saying. You're not really a FromSoft guy though, right? You don't like them that hard. No judgment. I get it. I'm a masochist though. I sucked at it, but I did like how it looked, yeah. And it gets even crazier. It gets into like cosmic horror vibes, H.P. Lovecraft shit. That also is excellent. Watch my bro play all that. Oh yeah, Dark Souls and Bloodborne. Hell yeah. Honestly, shoutouts to my guys who just be watching and enjoying. Them shits are pretty hard. I don't know. I don't really play it for the difficulty. That was never really the point for me. I've said this many times, but I'm of the Matthew Matosa school of thought, where the difficulty is just a way to pull you into the world, make you more immersed. And then they took it a little too far with some of these later ones. Elden Ring? Fucking Millennia? Does the exact opposite. Nothing reminds you like you're playing a game more than playing the same boss 100,000 times. It's the exact opposite of immersion. That being said, I still weirdly enjoyed Millennia. But it was not the experience I go to FromSoft games for, if I'm being honest with you. I go to FromSoft for atmosphere, immersion, and they do that really well. You know what they actually don't do that well? This is a hot take, but action. If you want to play a good action game, you play Bayonetta. You play The Wonderful 101. That being said, I still enjoy all the FromSoft games, but if they wouldn't focus so hard on the action, they'd actually make better games. More RPG. I'm saying. Hot take. But it's right. It's correct. Elden Ring, I think, was probably the weakest FromSoft game that they made. Of the Souls series. I have never played Armored Core. I don't know. I want to play Demon Souls. I still have it, but it's going to be a while before I get to that on the old Chronology collection. Demon's Souls. I have a feeling I'm going to be an annoying little bitch and like Demon Souls the most. That's just how I roll. I beat Castlevania on Halloween. Proud of me. We were this part of my video game music playlist. I was clearly in a Dark Souls Bloodborne style mood because now it's another Bloodborne song. Ludwig the Holy Blade. Another boss fight that's saved by its music. Saw the end of that? Oh yeah, you were there. Hell yeah. Has a new game plus, which is interesting. Castlevania's not that hard, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just good at it. I did play a fair amount of Castlevania long before I started the stream. I'm thirsty. That'll at least be easy to make a little highlight video for YouTube. Because that was only like a 2-hour stream and I fucking beat it. Happy. Dude, the Wrecking Crew highlight video I'm making is so much footage. Someone hire me an editor. We need to have the stream blow up before I start getting to like really long RPGs. It's like an iron editor. That's wishful thinking. Fiverr be like. My face went Fiverr. Honestly, yeah. I feel guilty even thinking about that. What's my reference on this? Don't worry, I have it up. You missed it earlier when I was trying to draw the helmet without reference, and then I just broke down and went and got it. Your words were echoing through my head. Alex would be yelling at me right now. And he's always right, this son of a bitch. When it comes to reference, at least. Fortunately, with vehicles, sometimes you can just like draw some lines, you know what I mean? I do think it's really funny that within like the first 10 minutes of watching the YouTube video, I called your ass out for the reference. Because I know the words always echo in my head. Every time I'm struggling with something, I'm like, this bastard was right again. Should just have the reference up. It's like, I think that's just like a holdover from my stubborn high school days. Back in high school, I didn't think artists like used reference. I thought they just had like, I mean, you know, some people do have a good visual library, but it took until late college when I watched that Robert Crumb documentary. I forget what it's called. And he just had photo albums filled with pictures he had taken that were he was using as reference, and I was like, oh, for sure, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually. It all clicked in that moment. It's like, word, okay, hell yeah. I'm always right when it comes to everything else, too. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. I've heard some video game opinions from you that were a little hot. Takes that were a little hot that I wouldn't necessarily agree with. So, and we know my video game opinions are actually always correct. That's the one thing I am always right about. Is this Fury, or is this... This has gotta be Fury, huh? The song's great. It is Fury. I don't know why I asked. What was your hot game opinion? I don't know. Give me one. I'll tell you why it's wrong. Give me one now. I'll tell you why it's wrong. You said the Fury soundtrack was ass. Just kidding. You didn't say that. Did I play GTFO? No, I don't know what even that is. I'm no true gamer. I'm no true gamer. That game's too hard to be fun? Okay. Fair enough. I mean, that's not necessarily that hot. I haven't played the game, so I don't know. That's another thing that pisses me off about... Or, like, just like Dark Souls cultural influence and how all the marketing around it eventually became about, look at how hard it is, and then that influences how the developers actually make the games after that, which was not the point. Like, early on, fucking Miyazaki, Hidetaka, what's his fucking first name? Anyway, that Miyazaki, the FromSoft Miyazaki, used to always say over and over again, the difficulty is not the point. But now I'm not so sure. Now I think it kind of is. Which is insanely obnoxious. And this is a guy who gladly beats these games. I'm not saying it's too hard. I'm just saying that was not the point of the games. I got blasted on the reviews when I posted that. See, this is, yeah. I mean, there is some toxic gamer discourse about difficulty that drives me up the wall. We gotta, what does difficulty serve? You have to consider that. Again, like for Dark Souls 1, the difficulty served to sort of immerse you in a harsh world that was willing to fucking kill you, and that's what made it so good. Is that you knew it wasn't fucking holding your hand baby mode, and it was like, this shit's out to kill you, and like everything else in the game supported this thesis. But that wasn't the only thing. I don't know. It wasn't the only thing. There's also different ways to build challenge in, like Bayonetta 1, very easy to complete, very hard to get the max rank on every level, to the point where you actually have to be good at it and be stylish as fuck, which is cool. Okay, here's my hot game take. It's actually not hot at all. It's insanely cold. Mario's sexy. I don't know. I want to try to. I want to get back into. I've been having the itch to play Third Strike again. Third Strike is a game for me that, in my mind, Third Strike has the most like style of any game I've ever played. I don't know how to describe it, but it's so fucking stylish. Every single thing about it. From the character designs, to the fucking animations, to the fucking soundtrack. It's just dripping with style. It's got so much steez. I love it. Fucking Third Strike. And I'm not even good at it, but I fucking love that shit. It's fucking sick. If I were to ever design a game, it would have to be like, just ideally, not have to, but ideally it would be able to drip that same amount of just fucking pure swag steez. I can't, dude. Have you ever played Third Strike? It's fucking sick. It's also, not that it matters because I like, speaking of keeping in your pants, I don't mind when a game's fucking horny, but it's also not horny, which is kind of a relief sometimes. There's no jiggle physics or no shit. It's got swag, and swag doesn't have to be horny. And I appreciate some horny, obviously. But you keep your horny separate from your swag. That's what I say. Your steez has got to be separate from your swag. I mean, that too. Stupid ass fucking thing to say. Sorry. I'm going nutty mode. It's because my Wild Gun music is playing. Wild guns. Excuse me. Multiple guns. What is going on in the stream? I don't know, man. I was talking to myself for like an hour before anybody showed up, so the longer I go, the loopier I get. I don't know what that tube is, but you can believe that that would be there, huh? Right? You believe that a tube could be there, huh? Should I get another beer before the store closes? I kind of want one. Actually, it'd be a cider. I've decided this fall is sort of a cider holiday. Cider season. I don't normally get into cider so much, but my buddy James, he's like trying to get into the cider making business because he currently works in wine. But he's been big into cider past few years, and he wants to like, I guess like spin off his own business basically. 'Cause he basically owns the winery. He's the only one that does any fucking work around there. Don't tell his boss. But yeah, he wants to like spin off to his own cidery. So I asked him for cider recs. Trying to get into a little cider action. Of course, what he recommended me was $20 for a goddamn 4-pack. So I haven't gotten that yet. He also gave me more generic recommendations. So I'm keeping my eye out. He would probably crucify me for saying this, but the corners... I really like the Incline Marionberry cider. We have that at my work. It's quite nice. Trying to get some side action, my side piece. I might run and go grab a 6-pack. Perhaps after this Kirby song. Alright. What's your opinion on Kirby 64? Game was gold? Hell yeah. It's a good game, it's fun. Why didn't they ever bring back the mixing powers together? That was a lot of fun. Getting rare combos. Remember the first time you got electric and rock? You're like, what could this possibly do? Those are a crazy series of elements. And it makes you like a... I actually don't even remember. Oh yeah, you like shoot a rock out that's like tethered to you with like an electric tether and it like bounces all around. It's fucking crazy. Imagine if they combined that with Kirby's Dream Land 64 where it had all the... sorry. Kirby's Dream Land 3, excuse me, where you had all the pets. There was like 7 or 8 pets. They were like kind of experimenting with the power combos because it was all about getting a power and then getting the pet. So it's kind of like similar combos. There's a lot of wacky combos in that too, because there was, like I said, 7 pets. It wasn't just Rick, the fish, and the owl. I don't remember any of their names except for Rick. When you had to travel different places to get certain combos? Yes. And then there was like certain secrets you could only open with certain combos that were like color-coded. Also sick. Why did they never bring that back? It's fun. It's fun to experiment with different combos. Maybe they did. I don't play that much Kirby. Maybe they totally did that. But it kind of doesn't seem like it. You know? That was like the selling point of Kirby 64. Is it just called Kirby 64? There's no Dreamland or anything? I think it is. It's weird. Did you know there's a completionist element to Kirby 64? And it's not just finding all the secrets, it's also getting all the... You can, at the end of the level, when you go to the picnic, and you do like a little jump to try to get on to an item, on every single stage, there's one of the items on the picnic blanket is like an enemy info card. And you can get all the enemy info cards, and that's how you 100% complete that game. Which is interesting. Which I'm gonna do next when I play that for the stream. Okay. You know what I'm talking about, hell yeah. Okay, I think I'm gonna go get a 6-pack. It won't take me but a minute. I'm gonna redo the bathroom overlay to read beer. Beer run. 1 word, apparently. 2 words. Oh, you can't even see it. What about now? Not really. Okay, let's make it black. How do I even make it? What the hell? What the fuck? Whoa. That's even harder to read. Okay. What about that? Okay. You gotta keep it really pixelated. That's key. That's funny. Miss those days when you had one game to play for months. I 100% agree. It definitely. I have what I like to call type 2 ADHD, and it's like type 2 diabetes where you like get it late in life. Like I didn't have ADHD growing up, but the internet and just like constant content beamed into my fucking brainstem, right into the back of my fucking brainstem, has given me ADHD. I don't, you have 100,000 games to play at a time instead of just one. Anyway, I'll be right back. Beer run.
What are you doing out there? Ah, nice.
He was roasting me. He was like, "You can't come in here twice." I was like, "I didn't buy anything the first time." He's like, "Oh, okay."
I went in there twice.
Yeah, I know.
That's funny. He said, "Oh,
Yeah. He's an odd man, that Lee.
he's
His
heavy.
roasting style is interesting.
He's so interesting."
Yeah. His joke style is very odd.
Did I tell you about? Oh yeah, I told you about why I couldn't work. The guy that told me I couldn't work at Mandu.
Wait, what?
I tell you that?
No.
So Lee was, I was like talking about my job or whatever. Yeah. I need more hours and shit. Trying to find when I was looking for interviews and stuff. So this guy, he was like rang him up or whatever this morning. Asian guy. And he asked me, he's like, "You guys hiring?" Or whatever. Or maybe he's walking out. He goes, "Yeah, why?" He's like, "Dishwasher?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Who?" He goes, "Oh, probably not."
What?
Yeah. weird. And then Lee, like, he laughed or whatever. And Lee was like, "Do you know why he said that?" And I go, "Because of my skin color."
Yeah.
He goes, "Yeah, because you're white."
Yeah.
Okay, we're back. Hello. 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 We're back, folks, with Spark Mandrill. Oh, Smooth McGroove. Was not ready for a Smooth McGroove track. Whatever happened to this guy? Did he harass somebody sexually? I hope not. But he kind of looks like the type of guy that would. I don't really like acapella that much. I used to like it more back in the day. But it's still on this playlist from back in those days, so I'll let it be. I am seriously considering removing it though. Because I really don't like acapella. Whatever. This fucking drum track. I'm just realizing the feet on my man are so small. How am I just now realizing this? That's fucked up, dude. Make sure my audio is still good. What's that sound like? Still good. What's that sound like? Still That's
good.
so crazy when it starts echoing.
What's that sound like? Still
That's so
good.
crazy when it starts echoing.
What's that sound like?
That's
Still
so.
good.
Alright, sorry. Had to do it one time. Spark Mandrill's a great track, though. Honestly, kind of less so on the acapella. His drum track is funny, though. Goofy ass. Is there seriously more than one? Why did I have so many, dude? Bubba-da, bubba-da. I guess it's copyright free, that's for sure. Nintendo can't be mad at me for that. Actually capitalize on this. This one's better than the last one. Yeah. I think you're right. It is. This one is better than the last one, yeah. Not sure why that is. Not a music guy, so I'm feeling it. Yeah, it had its moment, certainly. Some years ago, right? I wasn't the only one under its spell. Oops. I hope. But now I'll hear acapella and be like, God, this is lame. Yeah, I don't know if it's just like Kirby music lends itself better to it, but this one is better than the last one. But Spark Mandrill's stage is great music. Great track. There better not be 3 in a row. Tell me I didn't put 3 smooth grooves in a row. Okay, good. This is a Sega Genesis remix of Nightman, or yeah, Nightman stage for Mega Man 6. God, I called every bit of that. I had to go check, but I nailed every piece of that. Wow, I nailed the song I put on a playlist. To be fair, though, it was like probably a decade ago I put this on there. 8 or 9 years ago. I was really, really into Sega Genesis remixes of Mega Man tunes. Which is a very funny, hyper niche thing to be into. But it sounds really good because the Sega Genesis sound chip is so unique. And Mega Man music's so good as it is. It's a perfect pair. Perfect pairing. And this dude, Legend of Renegade, was very talented at making compositions for the Genesis sound chip. So it was really a trifecta of beautiful things coming together. This is all wrong. It's wrong, it's wrong, it's all wrong. I feel like Thursday would be a good stream day. I'm also drawing a bike right now. Hell yeah, what for? Moped, nice. What project is that for? Habane Renmai. No, I have not. Showing my normie anime tastes here. You're always like, have you seen this anime? And I'm like, no. I'm so normie. Seen Lane? Line? Mm-mm. I haven't. I'm too normie, dude. This has been my curse my whole life. Too nerdy to be a normie, too normie to be a nerd. I know. God. It's the curse of NB to be stuck in the middle. Too normie to be a nerd, too nerdy to be a normie. Serial Experiments Lane, okay. I'm down. What studio be making that? If it's not Madhouse, I'm not watching. I'm just kidding. That's Madhouse's new slogan. If it's not Madhouse, I'm not watching it. And what I hate about this song is that it does the drums version and then the non-drums version. I skipped the non-drums version. Because why would I want to hear that song without the drums? It sounds so good. With the drums. How long is it? Same guy who made that did Habane Renmai? Okay, gotcha. Prolific? I mean, like, less episodes? Both only 12 eps? Prolific. Brother, you gotta look up what prolific means, because it's not what you think it is. Many people make this mistake. Prolific means someone who makes a lot of work. Profound, maybe? I love a 12-ep anime, though. Sorry. I'm a nerd. I still want to say prolific, that's fair. You can say whatever you want, brother. What am I thinking of? Yeah. I know exactly what you mean because that I used to use prolific that way too. A lot of people do that. It's kind of like a mix of like profound in something else. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Okay. Ah. Gotcha. Less well known. Let's see if we can think of a word. My brain does not work anymore. Proliferate? Maybe. Let's see if that's a word. No, it doesn't really work either. What is Dr. Wily for Halloween? Next year. Did you for anything? Did you do anything for Halloween, Alex? Because I did not. Well, I played Castlevania. Interesting. There are only two types of anime nerds. Those who have seen Lane and those who have been told to watch Lane. Is it Lane or Lain? Oh wait, you said what the whole thing was. Serial Experiments Lane. Okay, it's probably Lane. Line? 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 Rhine. Rhine. Did you see that whole controversy on how to pronounce this character's name in the Final Fantasy universe? You see that? I, like many others, called it Kate Sith for a long time, but it's actually from Gaelic mythology. It's pronounced Ket-Shi, and it's confirmed in the katakana, Ket-Toshi. But Square Enix went back on it recently for the new, like, English release of something Final Fantasy VII related, and decided that it is Kate Sith. My conspiracy theory is that it's because the English cast was reading it as Kate Sith, and then they realized that it was wrong. So they're just like, actually, that's how you say it. That's my conspiracy theory. It's not really a controversy, but when I saw it on Twitter, I was like, wait, it's not pronounced Kate Sith? How do you say that? And I looked it up. It's a part of Gaelic mythology, pronounced Ket-Shi. It's about a little trickster cat that can change shapes. I love this remix. Because of fucking Earthworm Jim sounds. Does the girl watch anime? Yeah, she does. She really likes Kill la Kill. I'm trying to get her to watch Cyberpunk. She really doesn't like violence that much. But we've been watching The Fall of House Usher, which is not anime. She likes horror, so I was like, what the fuck? If you can handle this, we can watch Cyberpunk, bro. Well, she wasn't insisting we don't. But I was like skeptical that she would like, because Cyberpunk's pretty violent. But I wasn't sure if she would because of how violent it is. And then when we were watching Fall of House Usher, I was like, okay, never mind. If you can vibe on this is way more horrific than what happens in Cyberpunk. So we'll see. We're gonna see if she gets into it. I don't think what other anime she likes. We watched Mob Psycho together and she really liked it. But I have to be kind of the instigator on the anime, I think. Oh, horror, you could watch one season of Promised Neverland. Oh, I don't like horror. I mean, I've been watching it. Fall of House Usher is not that scary. It's by the same guy who did The Haunting of Hill House or whatever the fuck. It's not nearly as scary as that. I couldn't watch Haunting of Hill House. It's too fucking freaky. I'm a baby. was so scary it made me go, "Ah!" Like the music. I'm not looking very closely at my reference, huh? I've watched more horror in the last year than I have my whole life. Is that a girlfriend? Is that a girlfriend tactic? What's up with these ladies? Dude, I don't know. It's so weird because we've been watching that show together and she will have to like look away at parts that I don't have to. So I'm like, what do you like about this? Maybe it was just specifically the step. There's like a scene where this character is like walking on a bunch of glass that really she had to like look away. Maybe that's a specific glass thing. But it's still, I haven't had to look away on any scene yet. Like, it hasn't been scary. I mean, it's like kind of psychologically scary, but I also think it's probably a pretty, because like all the characters are like losing their mind, which is always kind of scary, like psychological horror, like, oh no, like what if this happened to me type shit. What if this is happening to me, my brain's breaking. But I also don't think it's a very accurate depiction of mental illness, so it's not that bad. This is not actually how dementia works. I mean, dementia would be horrifying, but I don't think it would look like this. But what's up with these ladies, bro? She says horror is like one of her favorite genres, which is so interesting. Because she's like very sweet and cute. I wouldn't have expected that, but it's fun to be surprised, I guess. I think I could probably do horror better these days. I think as a younger person, I had a very solipsistic view of the world. Sort of a main character syndrome. I'm the only person that actually exists type thing going on a subconscious level, not on like a conscious level. I think a lot of our culture breeds that in us, so that's been beaten out of me quite a bit. Maybe not beaten out of me, but I no longer really feel that way. So I think I could do horror a little bit better. But like I didn't like horror because it was always like, what if I watch this and then this happens to me? But it's like, there's been millions of people who've watched this. They're fine. I think you're gonna be fine, dude. One of the only horror movies I've ever watched was The Babadook. And that one fucked me up because that one was specifically like, the less you believe in it, the more real he becomes. And I was like, hell no, I can't deal with that. Dude, it's always like that. Cute girl watching those spooky shit and I'm like staying awake at night after every movie. Yeah, dude. Oh my god. Yeah, you don't want to seem like a pussy in front of your girlfriends. You're like, yeah, babe, let's watch it. I'm not even scared. She can't tell you're like looking away. And then you can't sleep for a week. Too fucking real, dude. The night after we watched Babadook, this was years ago and I still remember this. I literally did not sleep for like a week. My girlfriend at the time just snoozing away. I was just like, fuck you, man. Why the fuck did we watch this? It's fucked up. Well, how do they sleep so soundly after this shit? You're not thinking about these repercussions? We just recently watched that movie? Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while. But it was pretty fucking scary. Because it, again, also, I mean, it plays on that similar theme of like, she's like losing her mind, right? She like kills their dog and shit. Yeah, that movie's fucking scary. And it's a fucking stop motion puppet, which is already one of the most horrifying things of all time. But a nice metaphor for depression. It's kind of what that movie was going for, huh? Time to look at my Akira Toriyama reference. How's this guy drawing tires? He doesn't usually draw them with this. He doesn't do this textured of a tire typically. Usually not so textured. What was really horror, the Babadook or an autistic kid? Yeah, it's a metaphor for autism. It's a metaphor for not getting your husband killed in a car accident or however he fucking died. Bro, my roommate fucked with me the night after that movie. Cause you know how he goes like, Baba, Duke, 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 right? Like, he did that in the middle of the night after we went to bed, and I had to burst in his room and be like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Oh, I joined this moped for the... Yeah, yes. Hell yeah, that's dope. You're gonna show it at the animator meeting? Hi, Bane Renmai. Poster. Yeah, nice. I should finish this fucking drawing so I can show something for once in my goddamn life. But I'm already getting that itch to go back and fix drawings, which I really gotta resist. I was just like looking at that Ibuki drawing that shows up here. And I like didn't know what to do. Oh, there it is. I didn't know what to do about like the texture on her shirt, so it makes it look like her tits are huge, which is not what I was going for. Looking back on it now, it's like, oops. Not what I was trying to do there. Just an amateurish mistake, no worries. But that's what happens when you don't have a whole lot of work to show. Because you don't make a whole lot of fucking work. Oops. Artist, by the way. Well, that's why I'm not currently a working artist. I'm currently a working pizza guy. Forgot to respond to the GF. Speaking of, it's just you and me and Time Splitters 2 music, so I'm going to respond to my text real quick. Oh my god, autocorrect fixing stuff that was not wrong and pissing me off. Name a more iconic duo. To lift my tab every time I type. Yeah, so take your time. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, my keyboard's over there. There needs to be a better way. I saw a dude on Twitter who had a setup that had like his keyboard on a thing that could like rest on top of his tablet, which was fucking sick. Harvest Moon intro music. Oh yeah. I have a ridiculous amount of nostalgia for Harvest Moon 64. The OG dating sim, brother. I used to wake up early to play this game before school. Wake up at like 5 a.m. to play Harvest Moon 64. The volume at 1 bar in my room. Good times in front of the video game TVs. Sometimes I get nostalgic and I have to remind myself I'm like getting nostalgic about sitting in front of the computer. It's kind of a funny idea. You know, I don't give a fuck. Those were good times, carefree. Back when I was just trying to get pink hearts with all the virtual ladies. Ooh, should I draw Rule 34? The Harvest Moon girls? Women? They're adult women. They're just chibi. Sauce, bro. Who's the best Harvest Moon girl? Go. Yes, please. Who's the best Harvest Moon girl and why is it Ellie? The bakery lady. Actually, it's Karen, the wino. In my younger days, it was all about Ellie, but when I played Harvest Moon last, a couple of years ago, you gotta go for Karen, bro. My wino queen. She also has the most interesting past. She has like a dysfunctional family. Never Karen? Oh my god, he's stuck in the past. You gotta play it as an adult, bro. Karen is the most relatable. Who the girl with the glasses? Maria? Oh my god, you would be a Maria stan. Never Maria. I've actually played the game many times and I've never married Maria. Never once. Such a dork, bro. The bug girl? Hell no. Hell no. I even married Anne in one of the games. Actually, I don't think that's true. I think Anne and Maria are the two that I never fuck with. In my defense, Anne is my mom's name, so that's my excuse for that one. Potpourri? Potpourri doesn't have glasses in 64. Potpourri's good. I respect that choice. Potpourri was my OG choice every time when I was a kid. The flower girl? The hot flower? Okay, don't. That was a joke. For any normies that come on the stream. Yeah, Potpourri's pretty goated. That's correct. I'm just saying you gotta give another look to Karen. Ellie, yeah. Ellie and Potpourri were always my go-to. But as an adult, I was like, what's up with Karen, bro? She's kind of nice with it. She's kind of a baddie. But yes, Ellie and Potpourri are goated. So good choices, alright. See, I thought you were about to have a hot take on me. If you're about to say Maria, I was... Bro. No. My childhood friend growing up, they always chose Maria. I was like, you're a nerd, dude. I think they saw themselves in Maria. They're trans non-binary now, so it makes a lot of sense because they have Maria vibes. It wasn't really a romantic choice. It was like a... Oh shit, this used my ringtone for a minute. What about Stardew? I have not played Stardew. It's actually a desktop icon. One of the many desktop icons I have. My girlfriend made me put it on as a desktop icon. I haven't played it yet though. So I have no opinions on this just yet. I'm sorry. Sorry. I know. I made a joke about it in the Wrecking Crew stream about how kids don't know their roots. They always just talk about Stardew. They don't know about Harvest Moon 64. Just log off? What the... Brother, I played the original Stardew. It's called Harvest Moon 64. These kids never played Harvest Moon 64. Alright. What about Friends of Mineral Town? What about the GameCube one? That's not wait, that's Wonderful Life, but Friends of Mineral Town connected to It's a Wonderful Life. That shit was tight. Get special items. It's a Wonderful Life is pretty mid, but Friends of Mineral Town goes hard as fuck. Although it has all the same shit as the 64 game, which is kind of a bummer. Kind of wanted some new oh, let's go. It's on the list. We'll get around to it. Come on now. I've watched various girlfriends play Stardew Valley. It looks really fun and good. Stardew's the best they got. Man, people playing Modern Harvest Moon. I thank God for Stardew every day. That's fair. That's fair. It looks like it has lots of good shit going on and good quality of life improvements. Harvest Moon 64 is actually fucking hard. The days are so short in Harvest Moon 64. You really gotta game it, which is kind of a bummer. Well, you know what? We'll see. This is why we're doing the chronology collection. Will it truly be better? I'll be the one to judge. It probably will be. I won't let nostalgia blind me. Once again. Let's go. Yeah, that was my ringtone in college. I heard the guy who made Stardew, at least a couple of years ago, he joined the Taliban, so he said like there's still secrets people haven't found in Stardew, which is fucking sick. That's how I would design a game, for sure. I would also put... This is a discussion I've had with multiple folks, but what the fuck ever happened to cheat codes? Why aren't there cheat codes in games anymore? Where's my big head mode? Every single fucking game on this fucking God's green earth should have big head mode as a cheat. It's fucking idiotic that we got rid of cheats. Do you know what I mean? It's fucking idiotic. It doesn't even necessarily have to change the hitboxes. Maybe that would make it even funnier. But what the fuck happened to Western society that we don't have cheat codes anymore? Mods, I guess. It's not the same. Build it into the game. Imagine Red Dead 2 with big head mode. I've never even played Red Dead 2. It's just like a modern game that I already know would be better with big head mode. And Rockstar used to have some pretty dope cheats. Microtransactions. Oh, God. You have to pay for cheats? Fucking... That would be such a transgression on my gamer instincts. I would have no choice but to kill myself. In the game. Of course. That would be a thing, though. It's fucking cursed. I would put so many cheats in my game. Honestly, GoldenEye, I didn't realize this, but GoldenEye would be the best we ever got when it comes to cheats, cheat codes. There were so many cheats. There's like 2 full pages of cheats in that game. And we were still doing it for a while. Like, Xbox and PS2, again, the original GTAs had some fucking hilarious cheats. There was a cheat in Vice City that was just bigger wheels, and it would make the car wheels bigger, but you could put it in again and make the car wheels even bigger. You could keep putting it in until the game completely broke, and every single car was just a giant wheel on the road. It's fucking hilarious. Also, a lot of cheat codes in 64 days was mods, Game Sharks and that shit. Yeah. See, I didn't really like that either. I like the built-in ones. The ones that they included, because like Game Shark stuff would fucking brick your game sometimes. Or not brick your game, but it would corrupt save files and shit. Not mods. No mods. Mods are fine. I mean, mods are great. Modability is a great modern innovation. But it's not the same thing as like a built-in cheat, in my opinion. So it's a little too much effort. What if I don't want to install the fucking mod shit? And I don't trust it on my fucking PC. It's gonna fucking farm crypto on my machine. I don't know. Just give me big head mode. Fuck. I need big head mode. And you know what? GoldenEye took it a step further. It wasn't just big head mode, it was called DK mode. You had big head and big arms. You install a mod lately? Not since Fallout New Vegas. But I only ever install... See, I don't like fucking with the original... This is gonna sound like, my mind is broken. Not hyperbole. It's gonna sound like hypocrisy. Jesus, broken brain. Anyway, it's gonna sound like hypocrisy, but I don't like fucking with the original experience. But cheat codes that are built into the game are part of the original experience. So if I do mods, it's like the bare minimum to make it run like Fallout shit, where it's like 60 FPS, 1080p shit. I don't really like mods that much. I'll be honest. Especially because a lot of ones that are funny do end up like completely breaking the whole fucking game. Like people install Skyrim mods for funny content, and it is funny, but their games become unplayable, and the shit just completely breaks down. Which I guess is part of what's funny about it, but wouldn't it be even funnier if it's you could still play the game all the way through? You play the final boss or some shit, and all of it as intended, but with fucked up giant head. That's hilarious. That's how I feel. But I do love mods, don't get me wrong. I love the idea of mods, I just don't fuck with them personally. Same with speedruns. Like, I love the idea of someone loving a game so much that they want to completely break it and beat it as fast as possible. Could not be me, though. Philosophy Games publishers encourage it as an extension of their games. Yeah, for sure. And I do think that's good. It's just not how I like to do it. I say mod away. This is not a condemnation of mods. Just saying why I don't personally do it. Mods are cool. I just don't like them. It's kind of a weird stance to take. I don't like using them typically, unless it's like I said, something like is essential to making the game run correctly. Like an old game that you need a mod to run on modern hardware type shit. But mod it up. I say mod it up. I just wish that developers could include built-in cheat codes. Also. So I don't have to mod it up. Yeah, I very much hate when publishers like fucking Nintendo are like super anti-mod. People tinkering with shit's great. Fuck with it. I'm very likely not gonna install it though, I'll tell you that. I think that actually could just be an OCD thing now that I think about it. This idea of like trying to keep things like, I guess, pure or something like that. That's okay. That's why we got a new specialized therapist that's very expensive. Maybe not specifically for that, but for the OCD. Maybe that could be a quote-unquote exposure. Installing a mod on a game. Fucking it up. Doing some exposure, what is it, ERP? Exposure Response Prevention Therapy. I don't really exactly know what it involves, but it's probably the most effective therapy for OCD. Turns out my OCD is actually really bad. And kind of debilitating. Actually very much so when it gets really bad. I don't think most people would know that about me. Because I don't have a ton of compulsions. It's a lot of obsessions, though. A lot of rumination. My go-to compulsion is rumination, turns out. Therapy hour with your boy. OCD is kind of, I'm not gonna say good, but it's like weirdly helpful in a restaurant sense, especially if you're like kind of contagion averse, like I am. Like I am cursed to know where my hands have been for the past like 72 hours. But in a restaurant industry, it's actually kind of useful. No one's ever gonna be like, bro, did you wash your hands? I'm like, yeah. Yeah, I did. In fact. I dare a motherfucker to be like, when did you wash your hands? Fuck you, bro. But I don't really compulsively hand wash, but I do have a little bit of, I do get that contagion bug a little bit. Whatever the fuck it's called, contagion obsession. That's there. Absolutely. But it's also ironic because I touch my face a lot. I mean, I know we get mods to like change their games, but I'm thinking more of mods that are like extend the game with a new campaign, new units. No, that's also sick. Hey, actually, you know what? You just reminded me by saying new units, new campaign, new units. The last mod I installed was for this game called Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds, and it was a 2001 game that used the Age of Empires 2 engine. And it's like, it's Age of Empires 2, but with Star Wars units. It's fucking sick. But someone in like the late 20-teens made a mod called Expanding Fronts, where they added a bunch of new factions and like some balance changes. It's fucking tight. So that was the last mod I installed. And it's fucking tight. But again, I'd like to go on record and say I'm not anti-mod. As a concept. I just typically don't install them for reasons stated. And their early versions were kind of fucked up and buggy. But now it's great. Kind of depends on the game. I don't know. I get really weird and finicky about certain games specifically. Like if like people who like mod Zelda, and like I didn't like Mario Maker because I mean I didn't like the idea of Mario Maker that much because I would see the levels that people made and it just like wasn't in the spirit of what Nintendo would make. Even when they make their hardest levels, there's like a finesse there that's really good that like a lot of modders just don't quite have. Or in the case of like a Mario Maker, like I don't know, you got to be a special type of modder. Expanding Fronts was actually kind of an exception because it was so well done. It's like almost indistinguishable from the publisher. That's kind of what I need for my mods. And not all, you gotta admit, not all of them are like that. And obviously I'm not talking just like straight up dog shit mods that suck. But even the ones that are like pretty damn good, there's certain things you're like, it's not quite right. Or maybe you're not. Maybe you're not psychotic like I am. Which would be totally fair. Earthbound music. But I also have like weird... I fully admit that my opinions on these things are like very odd and esoteric. Like, there's certain games... Let's see, what was I thinking of? Earthbound just reminded me of it, actually. Oh, speedruns too. Like, I like speedrunning as a concept. Like I said, I think it's great. But there's certain games I don't like to see speed run. And like, I really don't... the ones, I guess I, on the whole, prefer glitchless speedruns too. Even though some of the glitches are really funny to see, but like, you know, I love Ocarina of Time or whatever, but I don't like watching speedruns of it because to me what made Ocarina of Time fun was less the sort of the gamier aspects and more like the atmosphere, kind of the storytelling at the time, the music. So when you like cut through all that, like what's there's not as much left, you know what I mean? This is actually a keygen song and not from video games, but it's on the video game music playlist. That being said, I'm not shitting on speedrunners. Play your game, enjoy it. I think it's great. I think it's cool to want to do, but I don't like watching speedruns of certain games. The gamier a game is, the more I enjoy the speedrun of it. Oh my god, fuck all these little squares, dude. Is this canvas still flipped? I don't even remember. I do love keygen music though, when it goes this hard. There is a Sony Vegas keygen that had some of the sickest music of all time. I think it's on this playlist actually. Ah, god, I miss pirating. Being on the open seas. Oh, those were the days. I guess I could go back to it at any time, but I don't know. One more thing I have fucking type 2 ADHD about is music. Back in the day, I'd hear a song by an artist and I'd be like, that's cool. And I would go and get the album Definitely Legit, not pirate it. Based on one song, and then you listen to the whole album. Yeah, I wish glitchless speedruns were shown more ADG. Yeah, like I want to see a master at Halo, not some guy who knows where all the holes the developers left. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, it doesn't feel like the same skill. I don't know if you caught this, but on a recent stream I was talking about this, and I was talking about this with my friend Mac. There should be like a version of speedrunning where it's not actually speedrunning. You're just trying to complete a game like as stylish as possible. And it's similar to what they do. For some reason they don't do this for any other competitive Smash, but in Smash 64 tournaments, I think the reason is because like Smash 64 is such a small game compared to the other ones. They do a combo contest where they do this most stylish combo they can on like a stationary CPU. And obviously like it has to work with the combo counter and shit. But there should be like that version of speedrunning where you're not trying to go fast necessarily, you're trying to go as stylish as you can. I think that'd be fucking cool. And maybe that already exists, but I would totally watch that. Because that's also kind of what you're describing. Like, to do something stylish, you have to also be good at it. I bet you... Well, never mind. No, that was going to be stupid. But yeah, I think that'd be fucking sweet. Style runs. They'd probably also be pretty fast. Because I have like a million different categories of speedrun. any percent glitchless, 100%, 100% glitchless, etc. Those are the only categories I know, but that's like 4 categories. Where's stylish? You need like a panel of judges to decide who wins. Or maybe there's no winner. Maybe it's just to do look cool. But it came after we were playing Yoshi's Island. And I like did some crazy movement and it looked hella cool. And we're like, wait, what if this was like a style of speedrunning? I think that'd be neat. It would work great for games like Bayonetta too, where the whole point is to like do shit stylishly. Yes, sir. You know it had to show up on the playlist eventually. What do we think? Is it working? Is it working for us, folks? Is it going with the stream? It is funny to look back on Street Fighter 2 after playing Street Fighter 3, specifically Third Strike. Street Fighter 2 has no swag compared to Third Strike. Zero swag. It's still cool. I still like Street Fighter 2, but swag comparisons? Don't even bother. Street Fighter 3 has so much more swag, it's actually stupid. Bro, how did Toriyama draw so many fucking vehicles and manga and shit? This dude had to pump out how many pages and he would draw these fucking cars? What a dick. I don't understand how people are fast at drawing, man. I don't understand how people are fast at anything. I'm just not fast. I just do not move quickly in anything that I do. There's no quick movements here. No sudden movements. And once again, my sketch is failing me. I got lazy at this part, so where do these fucking squares go? Can't get lazy on the sketch, man. Or you can, but you'll be paying the price later. Where the fuck do these lines go? I guess I could just imply some of them here. Maybe not get lost in the sauce. Gucci Mane did tell us to not get lost in the sauce, to be fair. You, man with no sauce is lost. You can also get lost in the sauce. Wise words. You could even say he was spitting with that one. Lost in the spokes, dude. Fuck you, Toriyama, with fucking spokes and shit, and drawing a vehicle. Why'd this guy draw so many fucking cars? Why did I say I wanted to draw this in Toriyama style? What if I wanted to draw this in NB style, where you just give up on the bike halfway through? What about that? What about NB style? I guess no one talks about NB style because There is no style. He has no style, he has no grace. This Kong has the moon theme from DuckTales. I have the Game Boy version of this game, and it does have a Game Boy version of the moon theme. Doesn't hit quite as hard, but it's still pretty good. I wonder who did the music for this game. And I wonder if they had a long and prolific career as a video game music man or gal. Bro, I thought I was gonna finish this tonight. It's not looking good. I guess what up? It's my Friday. Just send it. If I work long enough, Burger Man will come back. Work 8 hours. Or however long his shift is. Work 12 hours. You live with your girlfriend, right, Alex? That's cool. I can tell you how you can improve your speed over time. Oh, don't leave it at that. Okay, yeah. I'm ready. Alright, what's coming? Here it comes. What's he got? Go faster. Remove your Z button. Interesting. The old draw and pen technique. Yeah. That might help. You know, I spent a lot of time drawing with a pen for a long time. Sketchbook, in my sketchbook. I just don't feel like I improved that much, though. I may have gotten faster, but I don't feel like I improved at all. Maybe I just value improvement over speed. I don't know. When it comes down to it. I'm not saying you can't erase. Well, yeah, it's true. Control Z is different. There is a psychological component to Control Zing. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean. I always kind of saw undo, especially with drawing digitally, as kind of... what's the right term? It's sort of a stand-in, because like, if I were doing these lines in physical media, they wouldn't feel as slippery, if that makes sense. Like, the tactile sensation of like either a pencil or a pen on paper, I don't have the instinct or urge to undo really anymore. There are definitely certain times because your brain is so conditioned from drawing digitally, but like I kind of feel like you need the undo with like drawing right on a screen, just because it's just not the same as drawing on like a piece of paper. I don't know. I don't do a lot of undoing on the sketching phase anymore. I don't think. I'll have to actually keep that in mind next time. I'm not sure. I agree though, yeah. It's not the same as making a mark and then having to like actually fix it. Crystal Chronicles was underrated in my opinion. Host a guess, speed comes with muscle memory, making a perfect line. If you're drawing one good line and 10 bad ones, what you're teaching... Yes, true. What are you teaching your brain? It's a good point. But at the same time, it is kind of instant feedback. Because if I draw this line and it's not right, I recognize it's not right, and I can get another chance at it immediately. Whereas, like, if I have to erase, I gotta switch tools, get it perfectly there, and then go again, right? There's something to be said, obviously, with line confidence and how Control-Z definitely, like, erodes your line confidence a little bit, because you know you can just get rid of it. I'm not sure. I have to think on this. I do think you're objectively correct that not using any undo is gonna improve your speed, if for no other reason that you'll kind of just be forced to accept subpar line, or not subpar, but the song has 2 minutes of silence at the end. That's very funny. Just have to accept the line you put down. Which will definitely speed your shit up. But actually, if I'm following your line of thinking, it seems like undo would be even better because you get a faster chance at redoing and trying and fixing your mistake. Which is good for learning. I really want to try an iPad with the fucking Apple Pencil, because everyone always says that feels the closest you can get to, like, pencil on paper for digital drawing. I'm curious if I would undo as much on that. Because, like I said, the reason I undo is because, for me, drawing digitally is so much harder to get the... I don't know. It's just something about the feel, even with the Cintiq and everything, as great as it is, it's like just not quite the same. Like, my lines would be, I think, better quality with a pen on paper. Maybe not, though. Maybe that's wishful thinking or something. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't even really worry about speed necessarily. I don't even feel like I'm good enough to be worrying about speed. Because like a lot of other things, speed is just a byproduct of being good at something already. Or wait, no, that's not what I was going to say. What I was going to say is another skill you have to practice. Although, when I was doing Overwatch coaching, one of the things that this dude said was, if you want to be faster, you have to, first thing you think about is minimizing waste, basically. Being more efficient. Not trying to move faster, but being more efficient. I've been thinking about that a lot at my job, specifically. It's like, I could bust my ass and try to move faster, or I could just set things up and be way more efficiently, and move way more efficiently. I'll be moving at the same speed, but everything is where I need it to be. I think there is some wisdom in that. I have a whole ass analogy with music class I took way back, but I'm not sure I want to type it all out. That's fair. That's fair. You'll have to remember it for the animator meeting. Because I do want to hear it. Because I don't even necessarily disagree. I'm just sort of musing on the idea. Yeah, because there's definitely something about how you don't want to practice negatively. Practice in the negative. I think I know what you mean. Like, because I mean, I've done one competitive shoot before. Competitive shooting, real gun. and there's a guy, there's like, you know, I've watched plenty of YouTube videos about it. And one of the guys, Jerry Mitchell, like classic shooting guy, talks about how you don't want to train negative, where it's like accidentally, or I forget exactly what it is, but it's like training a bad habit. It's sort of a paradox thing where you're like, in an effort to try to break the bad habit, you're actually training the bad habit. Something like that. I don't really remember exactly. Classic Mega Man 2 jammer. See, alright, this is what I mean when I'm playing Gradius. You hear this song from Mega Man 2, which didn't come out that much later. This is one of the best songs ever written by a human. It's so cool. You tell me you can't? Okay, that's a big ask. One of the best songs ever written by a human. But this is like what's possible on the NES. And you're telling me I gotta listen to the hoedown music when I'm playing a boss fight in Gradius? Insane. And the only reason I'm even mad is because Gradius is really fun and a good game. But Mega Man 2 only came out, well, 3 years later, 2.5 years later. I guess it maybe, I don't know. Music composition didn't change that much, so what's the deal? Okay, big ask. That is kind of a big ask. Maybe not quite as good as Wily 2 from Mega Man 2. But like, come on Gradius. I know this is Capcom versus Konami here. Yeah, a better comparison would have been Castlevania, which is both Konami and came out 6 months after Gradius. Way better music. Why is the music in Gradius so ass? Pissing me off. It's a great game. The music sucks dick. And not in the cool way. I'm pretty close to finishing this. I feel like I should just bust it out. What's next? I'm surprised YouTube hasn't done the thing where it's like, are you still watching? All these songs have like 2 minutes of silence after them now. It's really weird. Another quarters of time. An excellent composition as well. This one's really good also. This video is just like 3 Japanese guys in there in like a really tiny room playing the song. It's honestly quite beautiful. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. Play that Switch update, straight trash. Oh no. What a shame. The first one's fun. The first one's a lot of fun. It's so crazy playing that game and then thinking about like Nintendo was so forward thinking with that shit because it's like everyone played on Game Boys, which had their own little screen, and then but like you play on the, it was a mini Wii U is all I'm trying to say. It's a proto Wii U, like 2 decades before they would release it. They were already thinking about shit like that, which is honestly pretty sick. The real, wish they made a, yeah, exactly. That would have been such a good Wii U game. It's fucking perfect for that. It's literally like what they were trying to do. There's a really cool thing you can do with a ridiculous amount of GameCubes with a ridiculous amount of Game Boy players. The 3DS connects to. Exactly. Like, bro. Why not? I guess, like, the game didn't really hit when it came out, so they were probably hesitant to make it. Even though it's fun! I don't know, people were bitching about... Reading reviews of old games is so fucking infuriating. Why did they not take advantage of that with any other game? No fucking idea. They chickened out on it even with the fucking Wii U release of Breath of the Wild. Imagine Breath of the Wild, but you never have to open a menu. It's just there all the time. How good that game would have been. I mean, it's already really good. Breath of the Wild's a great game. But imagine you never ever once have to pause it. Insane. That would have been so cool. And, like, I mean, again, not that challenges everything, but you could have made a much more challenging version of it, too. I think the Smash was only going to use 3DS as a controller. I didn't even know Smash could do that. That's fucking crazy. Yeah. I don't know. Probably because it's not profitable. That's the main thing, is, like, designing these things are kind of a risk, and then they don't want to take the risk because it's going to risk profits. It's just... Love my innovation. Don't think any people do, yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Crystal Chronicles, like, kind of bombed when it came out because of really, like, facile reasons. It was just like, oh, I don't like the shred of joy. I don't like the chalice. I don't like carrying it around. It's like, without thinking for 2 seconds, like, why that exists, it's like, keep everyone on the same screen. If you've ever played Gauntlet Legends, that's a necessity because it doesn't work without that. I don't know. Stupid. Crystal Chronicles had some just absolutely goated music. I'm not saying it was the greatest game of all time or anything, but it was pretty fun. Anyway, oh, what I was saying before, though, if you get... And this is a ridiculous setup. I only was able to sort of recreate this on a small scale. But if you get 5 GameCubes with 5 CRTs and 4 Game Boy players, you can use 4 of the GameCubes with their respective CRTs as basically as Game Boy Advances. And then you can use the GameCube controller. And I kind of recreated this with 2 GameCubes, 2 TVs, and maybe a Game Boy Advance, but it's fucking sick. Like, you don't... Because the worst part about playing Crystal Chronicles on the Game Boy Advance is you have to use the tiny-ass fucking Game Boy Advance D-pad, which kind of hurts your thumbs after a while, but if you play it on a GameCube controller with extra TVs, it's fucking sick. Yeah, a few times me and my bro got a hold of 2 DPAs and connectors. The best nights of our lives FFCC. Yeah, it's fucking sick. Oh, this was the fucking Keygen music I was talking about earlier, by the way. The Sony Vegas one. Yeah, the game's insanely fun. Combining magic in that game is so fun. We have to, like, time it perfectly. Doing it with 3 people is so sick to, like, get Firaga and Blizzaga and shit. Oh my god, it's fun. They were onto something with that, but people, like, weren't really willing to figure out how it works. Woo, it's fire. Casting the Aga spells, the level 3 spells in that game is so fun. Like, hitting all the timing right with 3 people and it's all fucking explode. Oh my god, it's sick. I don't know if... Yeah, no, it's fucking sick. I love all the intros to all the levels, too. Jack Machette was furious. Remember that one? Machette Manor? I want to play that song. Machette Manor, there it is. Let's go. Jack Machette was furious. Oh, Magi is everything. That's right. His Tonberry chefs hadn't made dinner yet, or whatever the fuck. I don't remember what she says other than Jack Machette was furious. If you ever downloaded the Sony Vegas Pirate, you would get that as your keygen music. Anyway. Oh, you remember that level that was like a village that their caravan never returned and they fucking died to the miasma? Great level. Christ, this game is insanely nostalgic for me too. Oh, that's not right. Shit. This level has those little jaguars that cast gravity on you or whatever. No, I think they cast blizzard on you. I'm resisting every single fiber in my body not to whistle along, but it's so obnoxious to whistle on stream. Boing. Whatever happened to video game music, man? Video game music died in the 2000s. That's such a lie. But it's fun to say. I gotta say, I appreciate a classical soundtrack more than I thought I would. Like, with Tatami Galaxy, the soundtrack adds so much to that anime. It's actually insane. Slaps, right? It's fucking good. The other one that's really, really fucking good is from... Oh, it's probably on this playlist, actually. Rabena Terra. That's a great track. Let's see if I can find it. I'm sure I can find it. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, there it is. Easy to find. It's a great track, too. This is one of my favorite levels. It's a weird, like, Mayan temple level. That key change is so cool. I do love the MIDI choir too. That really hits for me. Oh, this is 3. Whoops. I will say the artifact, like, leveling up system in this game is a little bit confusing, where you have to, like, beat a certain stage on a certain cycle. It's to get, like, certain rewards. It's very, very confusing, and I did not understand it as a kid, even with the guide. Took me having an adult brain to figure out exactly how it worked, and I don't remember at all. Only that it was really fucking confusing. I'm also just a sucker for a penny whistle, man. What can I say? A lot of penny whistle in this soundtrack. I don't know what you'd call it. I don't know if that's like syncopated rhythm, but the xylophone's like on like a different rhythm than the rest of the song, which is really cool. Oh my god. Fuck, man, I don't think I'm gonna finish this tonight, fellow. Fucking thirsty. God, the slowest guy there ever was, Jesus. How long are you going? I haven't going that long, have I? Almost 3 hours. God. Well, gotta draw a car. Drawing vehicle, any vehicle is a car. Takes a long time. You did some car drawings, actual cars. You can confirm or deny. Like, it takes a while. That's another song with 5 minutes of silence at the end for no reason. Let's see. For some reason, I've got Guile's stage again on this playlist. It's good, but I don't know that I need it twice. Is this even a different version? Or is this just the same Guile's theme? It wasn't even that long ago either. I know we already listened to Guile's theme. Right? YouTube playlists are notoriously fucked up. Oh yeah, there it is. Definitely. I put it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 songs later. Why did I do that? Okay, I can definitely get rid of 1. Here's Return to Planet X. Great track. Time Splitters 2, also a fucking excellent game. Why did I put that on there twice? Because it bangs? Yeah, they're hard. They can be fun, but they take a long time. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Yeah. I heard some rumors that they were going to bring back Time Splitters, but I don't know that I want that. People say that they want all these like reboots, they want stuff back. It's like, you don't really want the thing back. You just want that time back. The game's still there. You don't want it back. You can still go and play it. You want that feeling back, which you're just not gonna get. Time Splitters is fucking great, but I really don't want another one. All that bad. Unless it's good, I don't know. Just one of those things where it's like, is it gonna be good? Probably not. Probably just trying to make a cash grab off nostalgia. If the devs wanted to make another one, they probably would have. I don't know. Don't know, man. We just need to stop making stuff. We got it all, you know? Actually, it's not true at all. What we need to do is just stop worrying about the fucking profit motive, but that's not possible. Just move on from this mode of production. Easy. Still plenty of cool new ideas, but they're just not all profitable. And so they will never see the light of day. Because our rate of profit is getting smaller and smaller. weird German guy who said something along these lines. Can't remember what his name was. All that is solid melts into air. Ah! What happened? I hate lines, dude. Do you ever use perspective graphs? I see a lot of artists be using those. I don't know how they work. Seems like they'd be helpful. They confuse me. Confuse my tiny ass brain. Okay, lines. Wow. Love lines. Oh, shit. Okay. I think I gotta call it here shortly. Almost done. Or, you know, like perspective lines and shit. Some of these fucking programs, like, have them for you. Star Tropics, 1990 Nintendo. This is a game I have. I've never played it. Oh, you're right. It's true. Well, there's all these spokes and shit. Oh, use them. Hell yeah. Use them and... What do you use? You use Photoshop to draw? You use Photoshop to paint. I know that. But do you use it to draw? Takes a lot of setup? Yeah. That's the thing. I need less setup when I draw. Use Photoshop for sure. Lazy Nizumi, yep. The combo, that's a classic combo. The Photoshop line damping is so ass. I'll go to my grave saying this shit until they make it better. The damping. The fucking damping. Star Tropics, the game. Star Tropics. Oh boy. Yeah. Almost done. I'll probably stream tomorrow during the day because I want to finish this and I have tomorrow off. All my boys who want to put me on in their background. Really speeds things up once you figure out how to use it, but it's not a fix-all or anything like that. Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, there's no fix-all. I feel like we know this. I think a lot of less experienced artists don't realize that no amount of line smoothing and damping is gonna like make your line quality good. It's just gonna help. It's just gonna help get the feeling of like a real pen. There's nothing that's ever gonna make your line quality automatically good. It took me a while to learn that. I feel like my line quality is decent these days. Yeah, I better turn off the sketch layer to really find out. It looks fine. I'll do some work on it. I like to do what I call sculpting lines, especially digitally, where you like erase and add to certain lines. What is this song? I'm gonna think of it. I'm trying to guess it. Damn, I actually don't remember. sounds like it's gotta be Genesis. What is this? Oh, Sonic 2. Doy. Sonic has some banging tunes. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I don't really like Sonic. I don't really like anything about Sonic except the music. Well, the music slaps. I'll hang out for a hot second longer. But we're calling GG's after this song is done. Oh, my back, bro. My fucking leg cramped up this morning so bad. Kind of freaked me the fuck out. I only ever cramp. My legs have only ever cramped like that when I'm hungover and like super dehydrated. But I was not hungover. I hadn't had any alcohol in a few days. I woke up to just cramping leg. That's that health anxiety, baby. The OCD be manifesting as health anxiety a lot. If I can't figure out an exact reason why something's happening, I'm like, I have an incurable disease that's about to fucking kill me. Yeah, I might just go thicker on a lot of these lines. I need to add the classic Toriyama, like, sketchiness. He, like, always had, like, he did a lot of hatching. Very Toriyama-like to do the hatching. Alright. I'm out of here. GG's to all. And to all a good night. Peace.